You use GPS today, probably multiple times. You used it to check traffic, to navigate to an address, to find the nearest coffee shop, to track your food delivery. It's so fundamental to modern life that you probably don't even think about it. GPS just works. But it didn't always exist, and the mathematical foundation that makes it work was developed by a woman whose name you've almost certainly never heard. Her name is Gladys West. She's a black mathematician who spent decades calculating satellite orbits and modeling Earth's shape with precision that seemed impossible at the time. Her work became the foundation for GPS, and until 2018, when she was 87 years old, virtually no one outside classified military research knew she existed. This is the story of the invisible genius behind the technology you use every single day. Before we continue, your like and subscription are essential. They tell YouTube that stories about overlooked black women scientists matter. Thank you. 1956. Gladys May Brown graduates from Virginia State College with a degree in mathematics. She's one of very few black women in America with advanced mathematical training. Employment options are limited. Racial segregation is still legal. Most institutions won't hire black women for professional positions regardless of qualifications. But the U.S. Naval Proving Ground in Dahlgren, Virginia has a problem. They need mathematicians capable of complex calculations for military research, and they're struggling to find qualified candidates. Gladys West is extraordinarily qualified. They hire her. She becomes the second black woman ever employed as a mathematician at the facility. Her job, initially, is what was called computer work, but not the kind you're thinking of. In the 1950s, computers were people who performed calculations by hand. Human calculators processing complex mathematical equations for military and scientific research. West was brilliant at it. So brilliant that when the naval base acquired actual electronic computers, massive room-sized machines that could process data faster than humans, she was selected to learn to program them. This was cutting-edge work. Programming early computers required understanding both advanced mathematics and the machine's unique logic. Most programmers of that era were women, because the work was considered secretarial beneath male scientists. That perception was wrong. It required genius-level mathematical reasoning, and Gladys West had it. Her specialty became satellite geodesy, using satellites to create precise models of Earth's shape. This sounds straightforward, but it's extraordinarily complex. Earth isn't a perfect sphere. It's an oblate spheroid, slightly flattened at the poles, bulging at the equator. And it's not even a perfect oblate spheroid. There are mountains, ocean trenches, gravitational variations. Modeling Earth's shape with enough precision for satellite navigation requires accounting for all of these irregularities. West spent years developing mathematical algorithms to do exactly that. She analyzed satellite data from multiple sources. She accounted for gravitational anomalies. She created models accurate to within centimeters across thousands of kilometers. And those models became the foundation for something the military was beginning to develop in the 1970s, a global positioning system. If you're finding value here, please like and subscribe. Your support helps us continue rescuing these stories. Thank you. GPS didn't emerge fully formed. It evolved over decades from multiple military and scientific projects. But at its core, GPS requires two things: precise satellite orbits and an accurate model of Earth's shape. If your Earth model is wrong by even a few meters, your GPS coordinates can be off by kilometers. Gladys West's models were not wrong. They were astonishingly accurate, and they became the geodetic foundation for GPS. Her mathematical work is literally inside the system that tells you where you are on the planet right now. But when GPS was declassified in the 1990s and became available for civilian use, The public celebration focused on male engineers and scientists. Names like Roger Easton and Bradford Parkinson were highlighted as GPS pioneers, and they were. But Gladys West's mathematical contribution, which made their engineering possible, went unmentioned. She wasn't in the press releases. She wasn't in the documentaries. She wasn't in the history books. Her work had been classified for so long that when it was finally declassified, her name simply didn't make the transition. She was erased through omission, not maliciously necessarily, just through the default assumption that the important contributors to major technology are men. And that assumption meant Gladys West spent decades using GPS, technology she helped create, without anyone knowing she had anything to do with it. 2017. Gladys West's sorority sisters are compiling a biography for an induction ceremony. They ask her to list her accomplishments. She mentions, almost casually, that she worked on satellite geodesy models that contributed to GPS development. Her sorority sisters are shocked. "You worked on GPS. Why didn't you ever mention this?" West shrugged. It had been classified work. She had moved on with her life. She didn't think it was particularly notable. But her sorority sisters thought differently. They contacted journalists. The story began circulating. And suddenly, at age 87, Gladys West was recognized for work she had done 40 years earlier. 2018. She was inducted into the Air Force Space and Missile Pioneers Hall of Fame. News outlets worldwide covered the story. The black woman mathematician who made GPS possible. People were stunned. How had this never been public knowledge? How had she been invisible for so long? The answers are uncomfortable. She was black. She was a woman. She worked in a classified military environment where credit was rarely formalized. And when GPS became public, the people writing the histories defaulted to highlighting the men whose contribution seemed more visible, more documented, more consistent with who we expect to see as technological pioneers. Gladys West is now in her 90s. She's finally receiving recognition that should have come decades ago. Universities award her honorary degrees. Articles celebrate her brilliance. Young black women in STEM cite her as an inspiration. And every time you use GPS, you can know that a black woman mathematician whose name was erased from history is part of why that technology works. The precision of GPS, the reason it can guide you to an address within a few meters, exists because Gladys West spent years calculating geodetic models with accuracy that seemed impossible. She did the work. She created the foundation, and then she was forgotten. But we're remembering now, and that matters. Because every young black girl who dreams of being a mathematician, every woman in STEM who feels invisible, every person whose work goes uncredited, they all deserve to know that brilliance doesn't always get recognized in the moment. Sometimes it takes 40 years. But the work is still real, the contribution is still foundational, and the truth eventually comes out. If this story moved you, your like and subscription make a real difference. They help us continue telling the truth about brilliance the world tried to erase. Thank you for being here.